All right. Well, says we got 15 people here, so let's get the show on the metaphorical road. I'm going to turn my light up here. Can never remember which one. It's like one of those soft touch things, and it's like a huge learning curve. All right, there we go. So what's going on, everybody? How's it going? I see all this chat, even though there's no chat. But yeah, we're here. We're doing well. We're in the office of Goody Reader Japan, and we are doing the iReader Smart 3. That's it. Oh, here we go. Aloha. Oh, it's my mom. Hey, aloha from the Banana Belt on Vancouver Island. Aloha from the Banana Belt. Is that because the Vancouver Island looks like a banana? Is that what they're, or is there like some sort of latitude reference? Because they have like different belts around the world and straits and all that stuff. Oh wow, Yorch from Peru. What's going on down there? Holy moly! Wow, you don't hear of Peru very often. That's awesome. What's going on, everybody? Steven's here. That's good. iReader. That's it. It's a this is a 10.3-inch note-taking device. It has physical page turn buttons on the unit itself, which is very rare for a 10.3. Holy moly, you're from Jamaica. Just a second. Just a second. It's quite tropical. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. Obviously, everyone knows Jamaica. But I cannot remember specifically where it is in the world. Just let me look, and the second I see it, I'll know. Honduras, between Honduras and Cuba. Okay, I know where. Yeah, it's like everyone knows. Yeah, Jamaica, very popular, very influential country when it comes to certain things like food and etc. But I forgot like where it was. I was like, it's not Tasmania area in Australia. This is, yeah, it's right there. Perfect. Yeah, so you're in the I think you're EST then, right? You're Eastern Standard Time. That's quite cool. Yeah, wow, a lot of people here. Yeah, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. iReader is only in Chinese so far. Everything you load on here will be the respective language of that content. So if you put your documents on here and you put some PDFs, and I'll show you a top-down in a second, of course, just doing the intro here. If you put PDFs on there, it's going to be that language. It'll never be like translated into Chinese traditional simplified Chinese. That's not how it works. They would never do that to you. They also have a warm light. So you can do the warm or you can do the cool light or a combination of either. So the beauty about this is that it is fairly cheap. It's 400 bucks. And you might be saying, well, that's still a lot. But remember, 10.3s are naturally a little bit more expensive. Super Notes, which are basically dead now, are upwards of 500 bucks. The Air 2 Plus is 500 bucks. So to get $100 off and get the same WACOM capabilities, glow light capabilities, stereo speakers, lightweight, good body construction, a very nice pen, it does go a long way. The pen is also new. This is a new pen by iReader. It is a very nicely weighted metallic pen, and it has a magnet snap on the side, so you can do that. And it doesn't have an eraser, but it's cheaper than the pens that do have an eraser. Why? Well, because this one doesn't have an eraser. So that's kind of very nice of them to make a new pen. It's a gunmetal build. It's different than the black and white standard plastic devices. So, what is this device all about? It's basically, it's not a bargain device. That's not what they're doing. It's not like it's the cheapest thing ever, period. No, it's just priced well. It's giving you the option. Oops, wait, where am I going? Here it is. It's giving you the ability. Oh wow, that looks kind of cool with like the glow light on because it auto corrects the brightness. But let's turn that off. There we go. Yeah, it's giving you the ability to get into a note-taking device without paying $500, $600, $700. So that's really what they're going for here. So as you turn pages, everything's very quick. It's a very fast device as well. You can take notes, pinch and zoom, go like this. Okay, I got my baseball there. I'm going to make my changes, make these little hairlines. Da, 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 da. By the way, I'm just going to be bouncing all over the place here until you guys ask a question. So that's really how it all works. So you can do that. We'll show you the note-taking in a second, but yeah, you can live edit PDFs. There's no issues with any sort of PDFs whatsoever. I'm going to get into that in a second, Chad, because yeah, I stand by what I said, not in any sort of malicious intent. It's just objectively true. Yeah, so you can live take notes. You can export them to various different formats. You can utilize apps on your device when you export. You can save to image files. You can take screenshots. So for all intents and purposes, this is a fully fledged Android-driven eNote. So there's no limitations in that regard. No, there's no Google Play, unfortunately. No, that's not something that they have. Supernote's done as a company? Question mark. Chad, don't buy Supernote. We work with everyone in the country, everyone in the world. We work with 30. I don't remember the count, but like 34, 35 distributors. Supernote's basically dead. They have devices that were designed in 2018. They're old, they're dated, they don't have glow light, they don't have audio, they don't have apps, they don't have anything. Their pens are $129. The replacement tips are like $50. The device is slow. It's just a mess. Don't buy them. There's nothing. There used to be a lot around buying a Supernote. They were one of the most influential companies in the eNote sector, but there's zero feasible reason to buy a Supernote in any regard now. Literally every other device out there is better than a Supernote in every measurable metric: speed, price, weight, build quality, features. It's just don't. Why would you buy something worse for no apparent reason and spend more money on it? If it was like, okay, I'm supporting my local community, that's great. You buy like an all Swiss made eNote, an all Italian made eNote. That's fantastic. But you're not doing really anyone any favor by buying a Supernote. It's true. That's a true fact. I'm sorry, but and people say, some people say, oh, you're too hard on Super. That's not the case. I mean, there's plenty of devices out there that we don't recommend to people. Don't buy an iFlyTech. Why? Because you can't really even utilize it unless you have a mainland Chinese phone number. Don't buy a Remarkable. Why? Because you're billed every month on your credit card just to own it. There's little silly things like that out there in the ether of the e-reader world that we can't in good conscience. Every time I say that, I'm like, conscience or conscious? No, conscious is awareness, like subconscious, unconscious. In good conscience, recommend something that's bad. Like if you wanted an ebook reader, well, 10 times out of 10, we'd say buy a Sage, buy an Amazon, before we would say buy a Xiaomi Mix 7. If you really want the Mix 7 for some reason, we will help you get one, as we are a distributor of Xiaomi. But we wouldn't tell you to buy one for any reason because so many other things are better. It's true, and that's what comes with being an unbiased company. If we were like owned and operated by Rakuten or Amazon, it'd be tough to trust us being like, oh yeah, Amazon's the best. Couldn't wink enough at that being, good e-reader powered by Amazon. That's not the case. We're not owned or sponsored or paid by anyone in the business. Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Kobo, Sony, Fujitsu. We're distributors of all those guys, but we're not paired up with them in any regard. So yeah, that's really the question. The answer to your question. Long-winded, and no one's asking anything else, so I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, that Supernote is basically on the downward trend. They're backlogged, hundreds of units. It's not worth buying. So and if you check our YouTube channel, we haven't reviewed anything Supernote in like a year, and not for any lack of trying. It's just they don't make anything. What can we do? Hey guys, here's the A5X. Again, everyone's like, oh, I already saw that. It's like, sorry, that's all they have. So unfortunately, that's the end of it. I don't want to toot our own horn, but some things only exist if we say they do. And I'll explain. For example, do you guys know who King Jim is? Not a lot of you. And I'm not being condescending. I'm being truthful. Like King Jim, no one knows who they are. But they make the Pomera e-ink keyboard. Everyone's like, what's that? They make the King Jim Freno 6.8-inch note-taking WACOM Android device. Everyone's like, whoa, hold on. So if King Jim didn't, if we didn't team up with King Jim and approach them and say, hey, would you guys like to do business? You guys wouldn't know who they are. The guys who make the Kaite slates and the fountain pens and the eraser rollers. Plus Corporation. You guys have probably never heard of Plus Corporation. So really, things don't really exist outside of the big guys, of course. Amazon, Kobo, Barnes & Noble. We have no hand in that. But companies like iReader, like these guys, companies like Bigme, companies like Xiaomi, for the most part, not in the cell phone market or washing machines. They make a lot of stuff. But companies like them with the Mix 7, with the Ink Palm Plus, I mean, no one knows who these things are until they go through us. And that's how these companies do international expansion. We have the infrastructure to take on these companies and push them to the world. And that's why people do that. That's why Bigme teamed up with Good eReader and said, hey, can you sell our stuff? We're like, yeah. And now everyone knows who Bigme is magically. So it's kind of what's going on. Bob, hey man, what are your thoughts on the iReader versus the Note Air 2? Oh no, the Note Air 2 is much better, much better. But okay, not much better, just one much. It's the thing is that the iReader is always, and we're trying our hardest to get them to put it in English. We are, but the iReader is always going to be suffering from the fact that it is Chinese only. That is a reality. There's nothing you can do about it until they push an update. We have had Bigme, and we've had Hanvon recently add English to their devices. We've had Xiaomi add it to a couple devices as well. We've gotten like test packages from, pardon me, hiccups. We've gotten test packages from all these companies, and we're like, hey, can you guys, put English on this? And they're like, yeah, sure. So We've pulled the trigger a couple times, but iReader is one of those guys. I don't know what their deal is. These guys are a huge company. They white label devices to other companies like Face Note and several other manufacturers. They make pens and tips for other companies like Remarkable. These guys are not small. iReader is massive. They just have no international presence. And we're doing our best to, well, make that a reality. And not because of any other reason, like they're sponsoring us. As I said, they're not. It's just, people should know what these are. People should know what an iReader is. They make some really good stuff. They got 3 units right now. They got the Ocean 2, the Smart 3, and I think they got like the XS Pro or something. It's really good stuff. They're built so well. But Bob, no man. For the international crowd, as it stands, on an iReader, you can do reading. You can do manga. You can do PDFs. You can do notes. All that kind of stuff. You can pinch and zoom, and you do all that fun stuff. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just gonna be in Chinese for the OS, the UI basically. Let's take a note, and I'll show you. Nothing's paused. I honestly can't remember how to get back to notes. Oh, yeah, we go here. Yeah, see, it's a learning curve. That's the downside about it. So, let's do a quick Air 2. Let's just call it Air 2. We don't need to call it Air 2 Plus, because Air 2 Plus is the same thing. It's just, upgraded a little bit. And then the iReader. Isn't that legible? I could be a doctor. This has Google Play. Wow, that's driving me nuts, that paintbrush. Let's not do paintbrush, huh, Bob? All right, let's do a pencil. Let's do fountain pen. That'll be more stable. There's no Google Play. Audio? Yeah. This has audio. What do we got? Android? Yeah, this got Android. Before I continue, offhand, how much is the Air 2 Plus? Because before I say anything, I want to get my actual price correct. So the Air 2 Plus is $500 Bobos. So for 5 Billy Goats, you get that. But for only $410, you get this. You might say, oh, it's only $90 more. Well, for a lot of people, $90 is a lot of money. And this is $90 less. It is, and that's what it is. And they're both 10.3-inch screens, both roughly the same specs, and this one has physical page turn buttons on it. So this does have some edge in some regards over Onyx products, yes. And you know, if you deal with good eReader, we are an iReader distributor. You still get warranty, you still get all that fun stuff. But yeah, you're going to be limited, Bob, if you're asking me, because yeah, once you learn it and you learn how to do stuff, you're never going to ask twice. So for example, you say, how do I make a black square? Well, there you go. I mean, unless you're having trouble with some stuff in your life, you're never going to say, how do I make a black square again? Like, no, you just did it. Like, you can learn, and people can learn languages. I mean, this is just, it's like learning a language because it's in another language. But unfortunately, yeah, you are going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with, you know, the UI always being in a different language than yours. You know what? You know, we haven't been, obviously I don't really do the store much anymore, but you know, word around the water cooler in the office is that we sell some of these, but mostly it's to Chinese people or people who speak Chinese outside of China. It's not really to the average North American, European, Australian, or all you South American friends of ours as well, that people would say, oh man, I need an iReader. If you're on a budget, sure, $90 could go a far way. I mean, that's food. That's food in your mouth. That's clothes on your back. It really is. I'm not trying to, you know, undervalue what that means, because $90 can be a significant amount of money for some people. But it is nice to have physical page turn buttons. It is nice to have onboard audio. It's nice to, you know, spend a little less, but there's really, that's the only selling point around this. And what's funny is that we gave you guys a choice of what you wanted to see on today's live, and the majority of you said you wanted to see the iReader. And that was no discredit to iReader, but I was like, really? I came into work and they're like, yeah, we're doing the iReader. I'm like, all right. You know, there's a HiReader on there, right? A HiRead and a Hanvon. Why did you guys not choose Hanvon? Again, no discredit. It's really hot in here, by the way. It's like almost 40. I'm trying to save energy by not using AC, at least in my office. But yeah, I only use AC at night when I go home and I sleep. But yeah, I just suffer through the pain. Yeah. Why would you guys not choose Hanvon? You know that new Hanvon N10, which was on that list? I guess not a lot of people really know them, because Hanvon isn't really synonymous with e-paper as much as... Oh, Bob, that's the answer to your question. Hanvon. Are there any 10.3-inch note-taking e-ink with physical page turn buttons that have English? The Hanvon, 10.3-inch physical page turn buttons, English. They have 9 buttons on a Hanvon. There's freaking 9 buttons on the side. Oh, Steven, did you? Okay, Steven chose Hanvon, but out of 70 votes, 53% of you wanted to see the iReader. I mean, that's fine. Well, oh, Chad says, well, I voted on the poll, and it was the device size that had me interested. The Hanvon... Oh, I see. What they wrote here... Okay, I don't know if you guys got confused, but it says iReader Smart 10.3, Hanvon N10, 5.5 millimeter thin e-note. The Hanvon is 10.3. Oh, do I have it here? Is it in my... I don't. Oh, it's in the studio. I was like, I thought I was playing around with it the other day. The Hanvon is 10.3. It is in English. It has a glass back. That's cool. It's a glass back and a built-in case, and it has a 6,000 milliamp battery. We're not even talking about the iReader now. We're just talking about Hanvon. Yeah, Hanvon, for the international crowd, Hanvon is more popular than iReader, because a lot of you guys don't know what iReader is, and I don't blame you, because there's people that we've talked to on a professional level with other companies, and they're like, what's iReader? And we're like, but Hanvon makes a lot of cool stuff. They make e-readers, they make e-notes, they even make those e-paper luggage tags that you tap on your phone and you can change the image. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like an NFC chip thing. So, yeah, Hanvon, you guys should have chose that. And I think, oh, right. I'm going to run away off camera, because just over there out of reach, we got a box that I grabbed from They also didn't say the Hanvon had note-taking capability. You're right. I think the guys on YouTube, when they put the poll, what they did was they just put like the name of the device, right? And then they put a like a selling feature. You know what I mean? Like 5mm thin e-note, the Hanvon, the iReader is like smart note-taking, the high read gaze is a white label of voice. So like it wasn't indicative that it was the entire spec sheet of what we could write in the poll, but yeah, you are right, Bob. Our bad on that one. It was just mostly, I think we did an unboxing of the Hanvon. But yeah, anyways, hold on. I'm just gonna run right over here because I got something interesting for you guys. This came in today, and I think I know what it is based off of. Yes, so Boyu has changed to MeBook, who is owned by parent company Haoqing. Haoqing. I'm not sure if the Qing is King or Qing in Chinese, but Haoqing or Haoqing Tech. So this is sealed, absolutely sealed, but I'm almost certain I think I know what it is. Wow, okay, yeah. So let's get a knife. You guys aren't asking about the iReader. Let's abandon that. No, we won't. We won't. But for the fun of it, I'll show you guys what's in here, because this is actually going to be on the next week's. This is the worst knife in the history of knives. Look, it's all broken too. It didn't break on a 45-degree angle. It like snapped off violently. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Look at this. Oh, wow. MeBook. Active capacitive pen. Alright. If you guys ask about the iReader, I'll switch back, but let's have some fun here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Brand new. Alright. MeBook P10 Pro. This is MeBook's second device. We'll obviously do a full unboxing on this. 3 gigs of RAM. Android 11. They've never had Android 11, these guys, man. They've always like capped out at 8.1. Look at that. MeBook P10 Pro, buddy. Nice. Yeah, Dan Turley, drum roll is right. Okay, back to the show. That was just, yeah, if you guys don't know, I usually grab stuff from receiving downstairs. And when I come upstairs to my office, I'm like, let's do a little unboxing for you all. So anyways, what else do you guys want to see on this? Because, yeah, we're almost at our 30 minutes, and I don't think we're going to go beyond that for an iReader. Unless you guys want. That's good. Having some iced coffee. What else can I show you guys on this? I mean, I guess I could show you show you audio, or let you hear audio. Is the Hanvon buttons programmable? Bob, yes it is. There are 9 buttons, one of which is a circle in the middle that you can't change. The other 8 are all customizable on the Hanvon. You go like, next page, page back, refresh, turn this off, turn that on, screen lock, or whatever. Yeah, it's totally programmable. It's really cool. So this has onboard audio, so you can use it as a music player if you'd like. Audio is really good, actually. This has stereo speakers, so the audio is it's actually quite nice. Say hi to my girlfriend Anna that's watching right now. Oh, hey Anna, how's it going? Another human said for me to say hi. Okay, what's going on? I hope you're enjoying the iReader that is really just taking a back seat to everything. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is going to get a lot more interesting when English is put on it. I guarantee it. We are almost there. If you're just joining us now, iReader, pardon me, I gotta take another, throat's acting up. iReader is one of the last men standing that doesn't refuse to put English. It's just, I don't know what the hesitation is, because companies have been adopting English. We have our first Ink Palm, the 3rd gen. Finally, it's in English. We have all the Hisense phones in English. We have Hanvon in English. We have Xiaomi Mix 7 in English. We have Bigme, Goyu. What's the holdup? We really don't know. We have we're not done trying, of course. You know, we deal with them on a daily basis. iReader, they're very nice to us. They send us review samples. They got some good stuff. They really do. But I know not what the hesitation is, because it's not like you putting English and saying, oh no, that's it, we're ruined. No, you've opened up your clientele to nearly 2 billion additional people. And you're using Android, all it is just like flipping a switch, so to speak, when you're deving it in the back end. It's like, what languages do we want? English, okay. It is a no thought. It's absolutely, it's unreal. Being so thin, when you say Hanvon feels fragile like Remarkable 2, I'm having some crazy expensive porcelain. Oh, like having some. The Hanvon's pretty thin. The built-in case is very interesting. No one's doing... Hold on, let me see. Does anybody do a built-in case? The Mobi Scribe? No, it's not. Wow! Thank you, dude. Tonight I have a happy night. Thanks for that. Oh, well, no problem. Anytime. Wow, okay, there you go. Wow, you just got me thinking there, Steven. No one does built-in cases. Except a couple iFlyTech AI notes and Hanvon. Hanvon's built-in case is very nice. And I think you can take it out if you use a screwdriver with one of those, every time I look for something, it's not there. Oh, it's way over there. It's not important. It's just like one of those component screwdrivers for like little cell phones and stuff like that. Yeah, I felt it, and it's like, it's not fragile to the point where it's like you feel like breaking it. No, it's quite lightweight too. So that plays into it, is that the Remarkable is very heavy for its form factor. It is very heavy, whereas the Hanvon is very lightweight, and for being as light as it is, the Hanvon has a 6, and being as small as it is, the Hanvon has a 6,000 milliamp battery. Do you have any idea how freaking big that is? That is, pardon me, I'm gonna have the hiccups today. That is massive. A 6,000 milliamp battery is astronomically huge for e-paper. That can't be understated. It has a 6,000 milliamp battery. It's in English. It has physical page turn buttons. It's only 5.5 millimeters thin. And Bob, to answer your question, it's only $429. It does have a lot going for it. It really, really does. And I believe I had like a... Oh, here it is. Oh, it drops a bottle. I have a script breakdown of what I need to do for work. Hanvon is on there. So Hanvon's on there, and we're doing a comparison. Oh, I can't tell you what kind of comparison. It's a big one. It's a big comparison. It's a physically big, very large comparison of 2 units. So yeah, it's a beast of a battery, Steven. Like seriously, 6K. Oh man, the average Onyx floats between like 3,148, 45, 42. Sage is at like 1,200. Hisense phones are, maybe cresting above 28. Yeah, it's a big battery, man. That is so big. I can't believe how big that battery is, just looking back on it. Like seriously, those are some major selling points. If it wasn't in English, I wouldn't be as enthusiastic about it, but it is. iReader's here just looking at me like, please talk about me. Please, I stayed up all night for this live. Well, what can we say about you, iReader? You're a good all-arounder. You really are. It's a good all-around unit. You can load your books in there. You can load your PDFs in there. You can do some solid large screen reading with physical page turn buttons. There's nothing really wrong with this unit if you just want to use it as is. Take it for what it is and just load your own content. Don't worry about using the JD iReader store. Don't worry about using the App Store, and just use it for as it stands. Bob, yeah, you know what, man? 2 to 3 weeks. Depends on how much you push it to the limits. You can probably get more. You really, really could. That's Actually, you know what? How big is the Dasung Not Reader battery? I'm thinking it's 8,000, which would be even more amazing. Let me just check really quick. Dasung Not Reader 10.3. It's not really a comparison because that's not note taking, and it's $1,000. It's a lot, and it's only Android 9. I'm just searching right now. Many of the reviews I keep reading about note takers is that glass-backed e-ink screens make them feel odd, and that makes it more fragile. Yes. One sec. Chad. Okay, well, the Dasung Not Reader is only 6,400 milliamps, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, that's bigger, and that's pretty freaking huge, but I thought it was more. What am I talking about? Another human. Do you think books will sell a Note C color? I'm going to close my office window really quick because we have an announcement coming. Japan has announcements every once in a while, and they start like blaring the loudspeakers around the cities. Do you think they will release a Note C color? They released a new 7-inch color, which looks good, but I'm wondering if they'll sell a big version. Another human. I don't know, because the only things we know about Onyx right now is that they released the Poke 4 Lite, and they have the Air C as their current. They said they may release a new device. I don't know what it's going to be. I really don't. The Lumi 2 hasn't had an upgrade in probably a year. I can't remember when the Lumi 2 came out. Yeah, so I don't know. Chad, most reviews say about, e-ink with glass screens. Let me tell you this right now, everybody. You know what? Let's go down to the notepad here. Let's go down to the notepad, buddy, and this will wrap it all up because we're pretty much done after this. So, if you all, or y'all, as they say it, down in the States, if you are all interested to know, glass screens is basically everybody. Everyone uses glass. MeBook, Boyu, Onyx, MobiScribe, Supernote, Remarkable. Everybody uses glass screens. But on top of that glass screen, they put a little matte screen protector. That's what happens. Oh yeah, you can't really see the dots because it's really far away, but I think I did a good job on that. See that? So everyone uses glass. However, there are a very small handful of people that use plastic. And that is the Likebook Mimas 2018, gone. The Remarkable 1 2017, 18? And currently, or the Sony DPT, still being sold. And the Fujitsu 2nd gen. These are the only guys using plastic. That's discontinued. That's discontinued. That's not discontinued, but it's from 2017 hardware, so careful. Fujitsu is 2021, 2022. They are the only guys, period, that use plastic. Chad, you are correct. I do this every day. We all do this every day. I know my nibs. I know my Stadler nibs. I know my Mitsubishi Hi-Uni nibs. I know my Remarkable tips. I got Wacom tips. I got Bic pens. We've gone to trade shows just about pens. Digital pens. So I can tell you, without naming names, glass screens, doesn't matter what you put on top. If you lose that, I don't know if this is a word, malleability. If you lose the malleable nature of the screen, you lose a lot of the writing feel. Still to this day, and I stand by it, the DPT RP1 with that obnoxious chargeable pen that you have to like plug into a USB, that's the best writing feel you will ever have. Everyone's going to tell you otherwise. Onyx is going to say, oh, we're this, that, and the other thing. Remarkable is going to say, the Remarkable tablet, the only tablet that feels like paper. No, that's not true at all. And it doesn't even feel like paper. Not the only one, it just doesn't. The only one that feels like paper, first place, Sony DPT RP1. No one's paying me to say that. It's true. Does the pen need to be charged? Yes. Does the nib wear down very fast? Sure. It's almost like a graphite pencil. But is it a good writing experience? Oh, it's so good. A close second in the modern era Modern age is the Fujitsu pen with the Fujitsu RP1 CP1. Plastic screen, graphite blend tip, beautiful. Very, very nice. Very good. Yeah, so you said it right, Chad, that it doesn't matter what the companies are going to say. It's not as good as a plastic screen. Why did they get rid of plastic screens? Because dumb arses were like, oh, I'm stabbing my screen. Oh, there's dents on it. Well, maybe you shouldn't have stabbed it with your pencil. We have DPTs around the office from 2016 Japan model that are still completely 100% fine. If you're a normal human being, you're just drawing on it, and you're not doing the thing from The Ring where the kid draws the circle on the screen. You're like, what are you doing, Billy? And then he turns it around, and it's like a freaking, just a scribble of dark, and he's like, she told me to. It's like, unless you're doing that, unless you're not doing that, your device is going to be fine if it's in plastic. We have Mimuses. We have Mimuses that still are from 2018, and they're totally fine. Glass screens are all about durability. And you know what the funny thing about that is that they crack a lot. And you know what doesn't crack? A malleable plastic screen. So, yeah, Steven, you're right. To a lesser extent, the QuirkLogic paper is the Sony DPT. The reason I didn't say that is because, well, QuirkLogic is a very unknown company. No discredit to them. They actually sell the largest purchasable e-paper product in the entire world, the Quilla. It's like 40-something inches. Yeah. DPT line, so good. That's why Fujitsu, a multi-billion-dollar international corporation that has banks and real estate firms, and they make warplanes, that's why they said, hey, I want the DPT because it's that good. That's serious. If you're asking me, I mean, I have 13 years in the industry experience. I do this on a second-to-second basis. I will tell you that the DPT is the best. If you want the best, that's the one. Are there drawbacks? Of course there are. There's no glow light. That's number one. There's no audio. That's number two. But writing experience cannot be disputed. It's better than anything on the market. Thanks, guys, for joining this Q&A session. I guess the Q&A session 1, because you're not asking any questions about the iReader. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to sum it up in a sentence. Yeah, this is a good all-around unit. It really is. It's cheaper than the competition. It's just as fully loaded with bells and whistles. The pen is great. The company has a very long track record. The build quality is fantastic. The stereo speakers are very loud. And you have physical page turn buttons, and it's all in a very nice 2022 shell. It's a great unit. Is it the best? No. But it is very great. Great e-reader. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I guess we got to get to work on the MeBook. It's not on my sheets. I guess because it just arrived today and this was printed prior. So, yeah. We're gonna get back to Wizzo, and if you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. Send us an email, send us a Facebook, whatever. If you guys want to say something good, give us a review. If you guys want to say something bad, give us a negative review. We're open to all, and we love you all. And thank you guys for stopping by. Steven, Dan, Chad, another human, and another human's girlfriend Anna, I suppose, Bob. And we got, I already said Dan, and I got, my mom dropped by, that's right, and we got a Yorch. Yeah. Pretty bad turnout. I mean, you guys are awesome, but just, count-wise, it was a bad turnout today. But we'll try our best to get English on this. We really will. Bye! Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah, look at this. I don't drink it, but I just bought it for the sake of, oh, wait, I can't show you. I guess I could. The reason being, I sent one to my mom, and I didn't want to ruin the surprise, but, she doesn't really drink it anyways. Look, it's fried chicken Pepsi, everybody. Sponsored by Fried Chicken Pepsi. Yeah, so, Mom, you're getting one of these. Just for the sake of it. I sent you guys a care package, and it's clear Fried Chicken Pepsi. This is sealed. I got nothing against it. I just don't drink soda. But it's just so funny, Japan. Oh, man, you guys. See you later. I gotta wait like 20 seconds here.